we might need another hour just to try to find something that you don't know.
Exactly.
You have a problem. Hey everyone, we're LDG. I'm Brooks.
I'm Kitty.
And I'm Lizzy.
Nailed it. And today we are doing a top 10 for most anticipated board games of 2022. At least most anticipated to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, very excited for that.
Yes, so I cannot wait. It was very, very hard to limit it to 10, so I actually did an 11 through 20 list. So go ahead and go check out that video.
Oh my gosh. And we also did this thing where we have like a surprise pick that the other people might not know about. It was very difficult for us to do one for Liz because
so difficult. She knows everything.
Well,
okay, everything about board games.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I'm really, really curious what you guys picked for me. But I really have been holding on to this for so long. I cannot wait to show this to Kitty. So, Kitty, what is your favorite game of all time?
Letters from My Child.
Okay, then. So, you would think, Brooksby, right? You would think if a game comes out by the same designer of her favorite game, she should be interested in it, right?
I don't even think I know who the designer is about. Do you?
Not
Oh my goodness. I don't know how to pronounce it, but seriously, Kitty, the Shadow Planet, the board game, is a hidden role game by your favorite games designer.
Hidden roll is like my second favorite mechanic after hidden movement.
I know! It's like, why is this not on your radar?
Did you know about this?
I did not, actually. She told me about this also, and I hadn't heard about it. So
yeah, so you'll be very happy to know that Brooksy and I have gone ahead and pre-ordered it. So
also,
it's not what shenanigans was about.
Also, why are we doing our surprise picks before our other picks?
You'll find out.
It feels like it would make more sense to do them after, like the runners-up or bridesmaids that they are.
You'll find out.
I just want to know what we picked for you.
Exactly. I gotta know this. But before we go to me, we're gonna do Brooksy's. So, Brooksby, you know, he's a Jamie Stegmaier fan.
Really hope I know this so I can just defeat
Oh, this is gonna be so awesome because no one knows it!
New game.
It's going to be whatever is announced by Jamie Stegmaier. The reason why I wanted to do this month instead of next month is supposedly, or hopefully, on February 2nd, Jamie will be announcing a new game that they've been working on. So this wouldn't work if it's already announced.
I like how you know I just love every single one of his games, so you know. That's game.
Exactly.
Can you say that you like simp for Jamie Stegmaier?
A little bit. I'm so glad you're trying to be hip. I said, yeah. Okay. All right. Kitty, are you next? Are you revealing next?
No, it's going to be like the bonus pick that I picked because another thing with my list is if I had already bought it before I made my list, it's not on the list.
You're really making these rules up as you go, aren't you?
Well, I had to narrow it down.
But she sets extra rules for herself. Like, I can respect
exactly.
that.
Like, I put restrictions on me.
It feels like when we play Gloomhaven together. You set rules for yourself, and then
like I can leave this scenario, I can die and let everybody else.
Exactly. Like you guys can carry the beef of the burden, and I can just, I'll go around pick up coins. Okay. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and trying to find the Volcano Treasure. So, Subterra 2. Subterra is on my top 10 games of all times. This is a game that I backed in, 2019? 2020? Something like that. It's been a while. And I'm just really looking forward to it coming out this year.
And it's very cool, too. The first one. You got us to play Subterra when you visited here, actually, last time.
With the flashlights and everything.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
So cool.
So continuation on that. And so now
Why did you pick why did you get a bonus pick for yourself? Is it just because you could not I told you physically could not just do 10. I was right.
Yeah,
well, because I felt bad for Subterra not being on the list because I did a 2021 Kickstarters I backed and I didn't back it in 2021, so I didn't talk about it during that. But I'm really anticipating it and I want people to know that.
I would also like to point out that Liz voraciously tried to strong-arm us into adding a specific game she wanted in her top 10 onto our top 10.
And it was so hard not to give her special bonus surprise pick as that pick, just to spite the fact.
Well, it was my number 13. That's why you guys couldn't pick it. But
Okay.
Kitty's bonus pick number 2. Hey, Kitty, what themes do you like?
What themes? Okay, historical, noir, royalty.
If she doesn't mention the theme that you want,
spies.
I'm gonna die.
There's so many themes. Am I not art?
Okay, I'm just gonna continue on vampires.
Oh, well, they're part of the rest of everything I said.
Yeah, so powerful but disgraced vampires struggling for the control of an unsuspecting city. So,
What? That's so amazing.
yeah, and this isn't even on your radar.
Because
How did I not know?
Because vampires. I like your reasoning.
I know, right?
I'm not gonna lie.
And it's deck construction, worker placement, stuff that Kitty likes to play.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't wait
amazing.
for that too. Oh,
Who makes that?
Trick or Treat Studios. I'm not super familiar with them, but
Seems very up my alley too because it's horror, so I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
yeah.
I hate.
But speaking of which, Brixie, what is your favorite theme or second favorite theme?
Or third or fourth, apparently.
Horror, nature, I like all of them.
Is he not gonna say his either?
I'm trying to purposefully not mention what I think.
Well, what do you think it is?
So she doesn't look like she knows this as well as she knows.
Okay, well,
it.
it's not Soria, however you pronounce that.
Any more themes? I definitely don't like dinosaurs, so I'm sure it's not
You
a dinosaur.
hate
I hate
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
So, Jurassic World: The Legacy of Isla Nublar. How do you pronounce that?
I have no idea. Nubble?
You like dinosaurs and you don't know how to pronounce that? Unacceptable.
I will pay $120.
Yeah, that's going to be the price of the game. But it's a legacy game by Funko Games, which, Funko Games produces really high quality games. And it's cooperative, so, if you get it, we'll play it.
Okay, all right. I've been a stickler on trying not to jump on Kickstarters and stuff that are so expensive. Cough, cough. Does everyone know which one I'm?
Are you talking about Zombicide Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a little pricey.
And I wanted it so bad.
I know.
Sorry.
But that's right at the threshold of what I'm willing to pay if it's right up my
Really
alley.
good.
So I know I'm probably gonna do that.
Well, good. I don't know if it'll go to Kickstarter or normal retail.
It doesn't matter. I'm literally a 6-year-old boy. I love dinosaurs. I'll get it.
Yes! That means we get to play it. Hello.
Although that logo looks suspiciously like Jurassic Park, suspicious.
I mean, it's Jurassic World. It might be an IP. They might have the IP.
Oh, cool! That's even better.
So, they get a lot of IPs in Funko Games too. So.
Okay. Is it our turn to try to pretend to surprise you?
Yes. So clear blank screen that I can fill in later.
Also, you had 2 picks for both of us.
Yeah, that just makes us look like underachievers.
We really did the most with our 1 pick.
Yeah. Well, I had to. I couldn't not. I did have only one, but then I was really trying to decide between the Stonemaier or the Jurassic for you, Brixby, and I was like, I gotta do them both. They're just so good.
It's just
to be fair, I feel like she knows both of us better than we know ourselves.
I know what games you would want.
It's kind of creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
Well, why don't you just buy them for us just to round out that package?
I may know what games you want. I'm not made of money, okay?
Personal shopper.
And this whole time, that's why we kept her around.
Right.
What are we going to do now?
Wow. Okay, well, tell me what my bonus is.
Kitty.
Okay, so I've got a bonus for you
Yes.
that deals with tug of war, 2 players.
She gets very bouncy when she's excited.
Historicalness, and it's by somebody that actually did a roll and write that you actually loved.
Historicalness.
Historicalness, that's a new official term. It is Caesar sees Rome in 20 minutes.
I have heard like that much about this game. I heard about it, I'm like, pass. So tell me, why should I not have passed on it?
Because you and I need games to play when Brooksby's busy, and it's, 2-player.
It also seems very much up the alley of like the other tug of war games that
it does.
Really like.
That's what I was thinking. It seemed kind of up the alley of the other tug and war games we played, like 1960, but quicker, crisper.
Well, I do like quicker, so
hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got me peaked.
So yeah, I just thought it would be a really awesome game for us to play together with some of the themes we love from some of the designers we love.
Yeah, definitely. I will definitely look that up. Cannot wait.
Plus, so take it easy on us to find something you didn't know about.
Yeah, it's like the Olympics of finding games for people, I feel.
Well, this is one that I didn't know a whole lot about, so there's that.
Okay, so Kitty's.
Yes.
Your hidden pick, what are we calling it?
Bonus picks.
Okay, is an RPG.
Ooh.
I'm very excited about it because I know you haven't heard about it yet.
Okay.
Stonewall 1969, A War Story.
Oh my goodness.
So it is very much about what you think it is. Yeah, so it's an RPG. It narrates the lives of those that were involved in the Stonewall riots, which kicked off, well, it didn't kick them off, but it really ramped up the gay rights movement. So it's exciting. I think it's going to be right up your alley in the kinds of RPGs that you like. So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's about their personal lives and their struggles and how they go through the riot and everything. So I think it'll be something you absolutely love.
I love that there's games out there that are talking about something so serious as well. That's amazing.
Exactly. I know it's on Kickstarter right now. I think you can get print and play versions there as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited. And it's so pretty, too. Like, I love that pink wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, then Kitty has a pick for you.
I realized that that's not in the, order, but this is very weird. And okay, so I actually have an RPG for you, Brooksby.
Okay.
And it's actually about queerness.
Okay.
And it's called Together We Write Private Cathedrals.
Yes, which real quick, we're just going to say we put a little bit of a censorship on here just so we don't get in trouble with YouTube.
Ooh. Oh, just because of butts? Really?
We don't want to get in trouble with YouTube.
Just a butt. Okay.
And so it's a 2-player RPG.
Okay.
And it's kind of, you write letters to each other.
Oh, that's
and
so cool.
You write about how the experience of queerness relates to history and also to your ideas of privacy and this and that and the other. And it's really an independent.
So our picks were almost identical for you.
Exactly. That's why I'm weirded out.
Yeah, it was wow, that's cool. Like, it was so hard for me not to tell you guys.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
I mean, we love that kind of representation, and being queer people ourselves, we love to see that in what we love to do. So yeah, excited.
Exactly.
I'm excited to tell Liz about hers. Can I tell her hers now?
Yes, you can tell me my bonus pick.
Okay, so you probably have heard about it, maybe, but I'm hoping not, because it's right at the end of 2022. So I might have cheated a little bit, because I think it's probably going to be 2023, but that's okay.
If Board Game Geek says it's a 2022 game, it's a 2022 game for the moment.
It's the newest one from Splitterspellen, the people who made Food Chain Magnate.
Ooh.
It's called Horseless Carriage.
Oh.
It's a big game about the dawn of automobiles. And
that's amazing.
I really think it's going to be something crunchy that you'll really like. You can finally open that email.
Yes, okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring in a little bit of a picture.
So you're engineers and you build and you try to tailor the the automobile, the carriages, to the specifics of what the public will value or what they want at the time. I think I read a snippet of like a joke of how there were a few accidents with the first one because someone didn't think brakes were necessary. So like I feel like there's going to be all kinds of different customers that need specific things. So I'm very excited about it. It's probably going to be crunchy like they're known for.
Ooh.
And meaty. So I just figured it would be something that would be right up your alley. And I was like, I hope it was at the very edge of knowledge about upcoming.
I have not heard anything about this one. I've not seen this one, nothing.
Well, they've been kind of quiet since Food Chain Magnate. That came out, what, in 2015 or something?
It's been a while.
Yeah. So this is their next big game. So they've been putting a lot into it. So I'm excited for it.
Yes, I'm interested to see how brakes will be. I'm like, how would you not want brakes on your car?
Well, that was back in the day when they were carriages and they were just being made. So, hey, if my customer in a game doesn't want brakes, I'm not going to give him brakes. Like,
you need to slow down there, Buster.
I'm going to get those points.
Oh, well, you guys have opened my eyes on a couple of picks. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try, too. So now I have like 50 games that I want this year.
Thank you for being patronizingly kind. Thank you.
No, you guys, I did not hear about this, and I heard like 2 words on the other Caesar one.
Liz's list was about 400 games long, so it was really hard for us to find something.
Yes, but now we get to start on our actual top 10s.
I don't even know what mine is, so I better pull up my list. Okay, well, Yumi... Lizette, I believe.
Yepper. So, Kitty, take her away.
My number 10 is a game I know we're all really excited about, and it is Frosthaven.
Yes.
So, I actually really struggled with putting this on the list at all because I'm still, so into Gloomhaven.
So, as we all know, Gloomhaven is my favorite game, and it was hard for me not to put it on also, but I didn't put it on just for that reason because we're still doing Gloomhaven.
And it's kind of like Gloomhaven 1.5, kind of. But still, I'm really excited about this one coming out, too.
Yeah, I just figured it would give a place
for something else.
Get it so somebody could shout it out.
I did it, but I pushed it down to 10 or up to 10 because I was like, I feel like I'm cheating on Gloomhaven right now. But, yep.
It's okay to cheat with Frosthaven. It's okay.
I'm just excited. I think Gloomhaven's been one of the richest play experiences every single time. So, I mean, we have a blast every time. So I know it's going to be another mammoth box full of
goodies.
Years of.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and awesome minis to paint.
Yes, exactly. Even though I haven't touched a single one of the minis from Gloomhaven yet.
They're all there.
I don't have the paint over there.
I mean...
Okay, I am very excited about my top 10. It is an RPG that's a little more in our alley, but we're slowly trying to fold into the lifestyle. This one is about Orpheus and Eurydice, and it's called Follow Me Down. So it's Greek mythology and the underworld and the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice and how strong the bond of love is and what you would do, what you would go through for it. It deals, with themes about the underworld and death and love. And so, yeah, real excited about it.
Yeah, it does look really pretty.
Yeah, I love a good, rich RPG that can really make you delve into something has tons of lore, like mythology or something like that. So,
not only that, really deep topics, too. So I can't wait for this one.
So excited.
Yes, for sure. So my number 10 is not very deep as far as theme goes, but it's really pretty, and I expect it to be gorgeous because it is an art-themed game.
I would like to pause for a second and say that Liz actually did it harder than we did because she would not pick any game that she backed on Kickstarter, which I think is ridiculous because I backed everything I wanted this year. Well, almost everything I wanted on Kickstarter. So our picks were definitely on Kickstarter, whereas hers, she doesn't have yet or hasn't backed.
Yeah, when I created my list, I had not purchased any of these. So I just want to spend money. So Jerome, if you're watching this, I'm sorry in advance.
Whereas my picks, I've already spent the money.
Oh, so you've already bought Follow Me Down.
I have, yes, I backed it.
So like all 10 of yours, you've already purchased.
That one, 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 that one.
Oh
no! All 10 of mine, I've already done.
Oh, I got to make my budget. Anywho, about my pick, it is an art themed game. And it's Salon de Paris.
Oh,
so it's you're drawing inspiration and painting works of art from back in Paris in the 1800s. Yeah, 1800s. Just worker placement, set collection, and an art theme. So it got me excited about it.
Love art themes. I'm excited.
Yeah, and I also included some anticipated ratings on my lists. So I'm anticipating this to be an 8.75.
Oh. How do you project those ratings?
Just on the mechanisms, the artwork, and the little teeny tiny bit of information I've been able to find on Board Game Geek.
Got it. Okay.
And it's more like I'm really, really excited about this, and I really want it, and that's my like excitement score.
I did not project because I typically tend to just like or love everything. So
yeah, or you either like it or hate it. Like it's like there's no lukewarm, really. Okay,
Kitty.
Hi. So my number 9, I actually only just found out about when Lizzy forwarded me Rahdo's top 10 most anticipated. And I thought, this is a really historical, interesting theme I don't think anyone's ever done before. It is Unconscious Mind. And in it, you're part of Freud's, psychoanalytical society back in the early 1900s. Cool. And I think you're helping your patients kind of analyze their dreams.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even heard of that. That's something
I know.
It is a really pretty cover. That is just gorgeous artwork.
That would have been on my list 100% if I had known about it.
Right. I was like, how did we not know about this? I feel like, it's kind of Dixit meets historicalness.
That's awesome.
So I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I love the themes. Anything historical, or I love beautiful artwork like that too. So
yeah, and it's Andrew Bosley and Vincent Dutrait are combined artwork on this. So
yeah, I love Vincent Dutrait. He's one of my favorite artists in board games.
You like Andrew Bosley a lot too.
Andrew Bosley, I like you too.
Hey, Everdo.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, so pretty.
Yep.
So yeah, that one it looks really pretty for sure.
Yeah, it looks stunning.
Gosh, that's awesome. Okay, my number 9 fits into my, I'm always addicted to nature themes, and this one's historical also, slightly. Darwin's Journey.
Ooh.
And I thought I backed this one, Liz. That's why I'm so surprised that you didn't get this one.
I backed this one.
So it can't be on your list.
So it's not on your list then.
Yeah, I backed it. So it's a purchase spend. So
see, I think this was just a whole way for you to get even more games you would have put in your top 10.
Exactly.
Because we'll pick them because I backed most of the ones you backed also.
Exactly.
Yeah, so set collection. What are the other mechanics?
Worker placement. It's like there's a ship that goes around to the islands, and you have to like kind of stay ahead of the ship, and you're sending species samples back to be analyzed and whatnot. It looks really interesting.
And the artwork is stunning for the board and components and stuff. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. Like I cannot wait to get this.
I'm gonna have to get a shelf just for nature games at some point.
Yeah, I think I need to build another shelf.
You need another room.
Okay, let's build it on. And actually, you know what? We can have an army build it. How does that sound?
Oh, is
that a
yeah, that's a major hit. Like my number 9 is the Terracotta Army. So yeah, I'm always bad. I know how to pronounce the game that I found out like about this theme a lot is Xi'an. We were always pronouncing it Zion. It's pronounced
Oh.
Xi'an.
It's good to know.
That's good
to
I
know.
always like to find out how to appropriately pronounce stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Terracotta art, that looks amazing. Is it kind of similar to Xi'an?
it's area majority and worker placement is what I've heard about it. So I don't really know a whole lot. But I mean, the theme got me.
Obviously.
And just the artwork's pretty. And I really like worker placement games. So
When is that planned to come out?
sometime in 2022. It's by Board and Dice, so soon.
I like their stuff.
Yeah, that's another reason why. It's like, because Board and Dice provides very good quality games that have good gameplay mechanisms. Like, they feel good.
Ooh,
So.
I'm excited.
Can't wait.
Okay, so Kitty, what's your number 8?
I am not happy with your list though, because in the reverse, I have not bought those yet.
So you're wanting to buy all of them.
I have to buy them now.
Well, you're
Gosh.
welcome.
If you're not fully into board games yet, just don't. It's an
Stay
addiction.
away.
It's an expensive addiction. Just Monopoly. Let's go do Monopoly and be satisfied.
No.
That's all it is. We're making all of this up. There are no other board games out there.
No, go ahead and go get Gloomhaven. Just jump in the deep end.
You'll swim fine. So my number 8 is a follow-up to a series I really love by a designer I really love, and that's Paperback Adventures.
Oh, I backed that.
Oh, hey! Now you don't have to buy it, Kitty.
I mean, I know you and I really love the Paperback series
Mhm.
and always loved Tim Powers games. And so, yeah, I just can't wait for this next one. I believe there's some new, isn't this one campaign driven?
I believe so.
So I believe so. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Nice.
And yeah, this is my number 8.
Yeah, I love all of those kind of upgraded Scrabble-ish, word
Exactly.
games, like anything that has to do with words are right in it.
Yeah, and the artwork is always so cool and kind of like noir-ish in his games as well. So I love
What's
that.
the one where it's like a briefcase?
Fugitive.
Fugitive. I love
Love.
that one's really fun too.
I have it. Still haven't played it yet.
Really fun.
You have to.
It's really cool. You have to play it with
Oh,
us.
Yeah.
put it on the list of the games to play next time.
It's that's not like 20 games deep already anyway. Okay, so my number 8 is also noir,
Ooh.
gangster themed,
Ooh.
Scarface, 1920.
Ooh, at 1920 Chicago.
Yes. Liz, did you back this one?
I did not.
Very excited for this one.
It looks
The miniatures look great. Yeah, everything looks really cool about it.
Yeah.
Worker placement, which I never thought I would say that that's what I'm into now.
I
but
know,
it-
like back when we were managers, it was like, oh no, this reminds me too much of work. And now it's like, yeah, I like this mechanism.
and I'm a sucker for variable player powers all the time, especially when it's mixed with worker placement. So I'm excited for it, and it's gonna be great. Plus, I get to use my gumshoe voice.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, yeah, that one does look really good. And a gang of mobsters. Like, who doesn't like a gang-themed game?
I mean, I can think of some people who probably wouldn't like a gang-themed game, like victims of gangs, but
Possibly. And you don't like vengeance, so...
Yeah.
okay. I don't dislike it. I just
Oh, so you actually are lukewarm on something.
We have found the sweet spot.
it's just like
Apparently you need to have amazing miniatures for Brixie to be allowed to be lukewarm.
I mean, it just okay. I'm not gonna get into that. I'll defend myself on that another day. It feels like there's not a ton of gameplay to it, but
I mean,
I don't want-
it's the theme. Like, you're getting in there, you're beefing yourself up, and you're going and giving your vengeance.
To me, like it felt really thematic.
Yeah, like, it was awesome. But
not gonna win this war.
that's already a purchase we've already done and played. Let's talk about a game that I have not even purchased yet. So my number 8 is Tindaya. Please the gods dare to survive.
Ooh, oh.
Oh.
Oh, plus worker placement, a trader cooperative game, a survival game. Yes. Like, yes. The artwork is gorgeous.
I don't think I'm familiar with the publisher, Red
Mojo? They've been on a couple of the ones on our list already. I could have sworn I've seen them a few times, but I'm not super familiar with them, but...
Although, I'm not the one to ask when it comes to publishers, artists. I'm trying to get better at that, but that's not my forte yet.
But, it's gorgeous, though, and it looks really good. I've seen, a little bit of previews on GameFound. It's going to be on GameFound later this year, and just looks amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So my number 7 is something that, honestly, Lizzy touched on earlier. One of my favorite themes is vampires, even though I didn't list it right off the bat. And I just saw this theme, I saw the artwork, and I was sold. I have to be honest, don't know much about the mechanics, but it is Damnation, the Gothic game.
Okay, I almost backed that, and then the price made me go, oh, I pulled out of it right,
oh, no.
Yeah, and the artwork is it looks like graphic novel horror.
Yeah.
And I should have just committed because I know we're going to love it.
And I know you in horror games.
It was just a lot at the time. And I was just
right.
I hadn't heard a ton about it, but I'm probably going to go right back around and just get it eventually anyway.
Maybe there's, luckily I don't think there were that many Kickstarter exclusives with that either. So, at least that I saw. But I just think it looks really cool.
But yeah, it's like a big battle.
Like a battle royale kind of.
Yeah, it looks, and the artwork is, I just can't express how amazing the artwork looks in it. It's just this cool sketch graphic novel,
B-movie
gritty. It's really cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's one, I know you guys definitely like that art style. It's a little bit too dark for me, but I kind of like the idea of the battle royale type that it says that it has in the game. So I'm kind of curious what that is.
All right, so my number 7. I don't know if I'm allowed to classify it as nature. I think I can. Yeah, water's nature.
When
the water's frozen. I don't think people consider it as nature when it's frozen, but it's nature, so get over it. Ice, or ICE, I'm not really sure because they have big spaces between it everywhere. So I'm is it supposed to be ICE or ice? I don't know. I know it's about ice, but I don't know if ICE is supposed to stand for something also. But it looks amazing. I got the I don't exactly know what the retail version is going to be like, but the deluxe version has this inset board with the layers of ice that you dig down through to explore, and it's the board is this big modular kind of circle because you're digging into this cave. Oh my gosh!
It does look really interesting and really unique for the setup of it, even
mild Facilis vibes. You know how you have the tiles and you're digging and it kind of feels like that. And then Jurassic Parts is another one it kind of gave me the vibe of. Just that digging, but getting to go deeper into the board and layers of it.
Yeah, that seems really interesting and unique too.
Yeah.
And
I love exploration of any kind, so getting to dig into a cave, it's just awesome.
Yeah, that's got you going. But my number 7 is actually a game that Brixie backed and I did not. It was a little bit hard financially at the time, or needed to save a little bit of money. This was a little bit of a pricier one, but it's one that I'm really looking forward to because the theme, well, we'll just go ahead and say Scarface 1920. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm so happy that you backed it because that means that I get to play it.
Yes.
And just mobsters in 1920s.
Exactly. It looks, and the component quality of everything just looks amazing. Mm-hmm. So I'm so excited for that.
Yeah. And like Lizzy just said, I do have to say, shameless plug for remote gaming. You get a game, somebody else doesn't have it, you can still play it if you're willing to do it remote.
Exactly. And I'll tell you what pushed me over the edge. although I wish she were on the box cover, is the diversity was better than I expected, and they have a beautiful woman of color as one of the like mob leaders. And
well, she's like right behind the face, like she's small.
No, but I wish she would have been like she was so cool. Yeah. Like she was my favorite. I know I'm gonna fight you guys to play her every time. Like it's not enough yet in board games, in the board game industry, but the more diversity they can put into games, the better, because Absolutely. Like we always say, we always shout this out in every video we do, if you can see yourself in your passion, that is the best feeling ever. So we want everyone to be able to see themselves in their passion. And if your passion is board games, we hope you get to see yourself in some of your favorite board games. So yeah, anyway, that helped me seal the deal on it, because the diversity in the characters was great. So I'm excited.
Yes. It's going to be an awesome one, I think.
Very excited. Okay.
Well, my number 6 may or may not be cheaty, honestly. We're not quite sure.
Probably is, then.
But I feel like it's just going to be this epic, first game, post quarantine, post pandemic to do as a group.
I know what it is.
And I've watched playthroughs. I've watched, Shut Up and Sit Down's review. I'm obsessed with the idea. It is Blood on the Clock Tower.
That was definitely cheaty, because it was going to be on my list because it's a reprint, but
it's so epic.
I want that game so hands down. I want that game so bad.
And you know that I'm not going to say that a game is like, this game is the pandemic killer, this game is the Splendor killer or whatever, because I'm always kind of, Pollyann, thinking like, all the games have their place. But this one I feel like could easily just, kill all of the other hidden role, hidden identity games.
Really? You could not get enough of those 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I mean, she's talking a big game. It'll never kill anything for anything.
No,
but
still.
I really do think it's going to be one of the best hidden identity games. And it will be great after everything.
To be able to socialize with 20 people.
Large groups of people again. So
right.
It can sit on the shelf of sadness with 2 rooms and a boom right now.
Yeah.
Until we can figure out how to do that remotely with a group of 20 people and not have any of our platforms crash.
Yeah, I'm sure you could do it.
Okay. I'm very excited about my number 6. It seems like such a unique kind of concept for a game. It's The Spill. It is about, and it's nature themed again, because why not have a theme? Yeah, and it's got this like oil rig in the middle of the game, and the board kind of radiates out from that, and you're cleaning up
and
you're trying
to
prevent an oil spill, essentially.
Yeah, I find that middle oil thing mechanism really cool, where you're dropping it down and that's how the oil comes out.
Exactly. So I just think it's such a unique interactive way to have the board and dice tower. It's not really a dice tower, but it's a a component tower that you drop stuff into, kind of integrate into the board itself. It's just, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately a very relevant theme.
It is.
Exactly.
And if, I like when nature can have a purpose too, like the nature games or any of the games can have a purpose or a message. So excited about that. Yeah. Because board games are more than just moving someone from place to place.
Yeah, they're more than just cube pushers. They're immersive, they can be educational, they can be amazing.
Exactly.
And they can also think about the future.
Oh, here we go. That's that again.
So, hopefully this is not a future we go to, because this is a dystopic future. But it's a bag building, a legacy game. This is Solar 175. And I almost spoiled that it was on my list earlier when I was talking to you guys, because we will hopefully be able to play it on Tabletop Simulator, which isn't our favorite way to play games. But it's a way to play it when there is no physical copy at the moment.
I heard you mention that in passing, and I didn't question it. So.
Yeah, I was like, oh goodness, we need to get off this topic before they start addressing it further. But I mean, deck building, legacy, science, dystopic. Yes, 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 yes. Like, all yes.
And that artwork looks amazing again.
Yeah, like they have been, like I follow them on Facebook and they've been showing tons and tons and tons of pictures and I'm just going, yes, I want more. Just give me all your pictures like right now. I want to see everything. So cool looking.
That's awesome. I'm very excited for that too. I like any space theme, alien theme. I mean, is there a theme I don't like? But I really do love.
I mean, you're not super big on historical themes.
That is not true.
Okay, politically historical themes.
I just like them to not be dry sometimes, which is odd because I'm obsessed with politics.
Right.
But most of the political themed games, I'm just like, this is dry.
Oh, they're amazing.
Come to our dark side.
Exactly. Come join us, Rick's Feet. Come on.
Okay, Kitty, we have crested the halfway point.
We have, and I am afraid of what you guys are going to say about my number 5.
Okay.
I may or may not have been like meh about this game initially.
Huh.
Okay, we know what's coming.
We do.
I was researching for this list, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I looked at this close enough. I think this is everything I need in a game. And that is City of the Great Machine.
So let me just clarify what Kitty just said. Liz and I both had this backed to surprise Kitty because we thought she would absolutely be in love with it because we know her so well. And we broke the surprise to her, and then we let her look at it, and she was like, yeah.
To be fair, you weren't breaking the surprise so much as like, we're not sure if we're going to back this.
But we're doing it for you.
Yeah, you know, it's a hidden movement game. We think you will really like it. So Kitty's like, nah, not really feeling it. So we go ahead and unback it. Now, guess what, Kitty? Guess what? We rebacked it and late pledged it for you.
We did. Both of us did. Because you said how much you felt bad that you told us nah. So we went back and rebacked it.
Yeah, so we are going to be getting it so that we can play it with you.
It was like last week or 2 weeks ago, right?
It's been a little bit. But like when Kitty was saying, oh my goodness, this is on my list, we were like, we had to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Good shot. Dreams come true, people.
Yeah, so I mean, we had to pay a little bit extra for it, you know.
You should feel really bad about
I already
yourself.
feel really bad about it. But look at how pretty and steampunky.
Yeah, I mean, steampunk, hidden movement, like, this is a Kitty board game. Like, they were like, what does Kitty want? Okay, let's put that in our board game. Does Kitty like this? No, take that out. And then he's like, eh.
Take that out.
Maybe I just was having a bad day.
When you have a bad day.
No,
Okay. You really committed when we asked you for your for your opinion at that time.
Maybe it was just the Kickstarter video in particular that was bad, and you know, I don't know. I have sinned. I've clearly sinned.
Okay, you've been publicly shamed.
Yeah,
For now.
And now you know that you get to play it eventually. So
I love you guys.
we love you too.
National Hug Day today.
It
by
is
the
National Hug Day.
Oh, nice. Well, here, hug.
We can't.
Well, I guess I could go like more like this.
Which way would we go? We go
Yeah,
this way?
what way?
Oh, this way. Wow, we're killing it. Now we just look like we're doing synchronized swimming. Okay. What are we on? Number 5? Okay,
Yeah.
my 5. I'm very excited about. No worries. Take your time.
Huh? What?
Yeah. Okay, my number 5 is Buru. So excited about this. I love really deep, culturally rich games. This is an Indonesian game. It's about the art and the culture of Indonesia, and I know the artists were Indonesian, so I'm excited about it. The components are just lush. I mean, that color scheme. It's a circular board like that. Yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it definitely looks so pretty. And the gameplay looks good. It's one that I really want to come today.
Yeah. Oh, did you back this one? So we know it's not on your list then.
Yeah, it's a backed one.
You shouldn't have never told us that.
I know.
But now people can go watch another video to see other games I'm excited about. It's just, getting people to watch us more. So.
And it's got little ships. Little boats.
Yeah.
Oh my.
This is another random thing that Kitty likes is little boats.
I just love. I don't know why.
She loves little
because
boats.
They're cute. They're like.
So we need to get Tanguru back on the table and give that another play then, so you can not hate it.
I didn't hate it. I just disliked it.
We liked it a lot.
I know. I do need to try it again.
It was crunchy. Tanguru is crunchy.
Yeah, it is amazing.
But we've done a lot more Euros now, so
we have.
We should give it.
Yeah, so maybe it'll be easy for you to pick up. Meh.
Okay, sidetrack.
Okay,
sorry.
so my number 5. So I love science fiction. Imagine that. I love Doctor Who, which is, Time Lords. So I love that kind of science fiction. So my number 5 is Utopia. So you are a Time Lord, but also you are a megalomaniac. I'm not quite sure what that is. But it's talking about butterfly effects. If you go back in time and change something, it'll have rippling effects. And
I have a question. Do we not already have a game called Utopia?
We do. Which is why I was when I was looking this up, I'm there's a lot of games called Utopia. There's 4 or 5 of them in there. And I'm going, man, that's a lot of games. So it's that cover art, not an ancient cover art. Although now we'll be hey, I want to play Utopia, and we could bring out different boards and set them up and be oh crap, wrong game.
So it's not a retooling of that one?
I don't think so. It seems very much of focusing on different aspects of they're going to be focusing on discovering America, the Neapolitic Wars, colonization of Mars.
Nice.
So
cool.
Stuff that hasn't even happened yet. So and it's a narrative choice. So I'm kind of curious what that will be. That's awesome. Maybe it'll be something like Tales of Arabian Nights, where you can do a story choice and puts you in a different direction. So I'm curious.
That's a great game we haven't played in a long time.
Yeah.
I would love to play that again tonight.
Okay. We'll make it happen.
So my number 4 game, I realized that I said that, Blood on the Clock Tower was a hit and roll killer, and then I have another hit and roll on my list. So I take that back, I suppose. It is a game we actually got to watch Lizzy play. It is Station Fall.
And the monkey!
I'm so excited for this game.
I'm so excited for it because I feel like it's such an interesting mix of a party game, hit and roll game with kind of lightly crunchy, strategy.
Exactly.
And there's so many variable player powers and different things that can happen. And, I love it when games have some humor, and a lot of the stuff just seems kind of funny that can happen as well. So, yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, that was such a good time watching you play that.
It was such a fun game. I really want to play it again. Now, it won't be on my list because, I've already played it, so, I'm not really anticipating it.
Exactly.
But
we had technical difficulties that day, so we couldn't play along, but...
But it was a lot of fun and just a lot of weird things that can go on, and you could be a monkey.
Exactly.
And the only survivor on the whole show.
Exactly. You could just teleport off of it.
Okay, my number 4 is honestly on tons of people's radars right now.
Yeah, well, it has started delivering to backers, too.
Well, it's a good thing we're getting this recorded now. I do not have it yet, so...
I have it. It's right there.
But I think you got yours?
It's right there. I can not touch it, but...
I have add-ons added to mine, though, because I think is that the one... They make Holly, right? H-O-L-I?
Yeah.
I added that on because I've always wanted that game. But anyway, that's probably why mine's delayed. So it's fine. It counts. I can put it on my list.
Yeah, well, you haven't played it yet, so you're still anticipating it.
I don't know if I even said it yet. Vivid Memories.
No, you have not. But I see it. But now everybody can be informed. Vivid Memories.
Just so excited to play this. I believe Rado mentioned that he would rather play this than Azul now. It sits in that vein of those kind of games. I'm just so excited. And it's colorful, and I'm, again, a 6-year-old child, so if it's colorful or shiny or has pretty pieces...
Oh, and the pieces are really pretty, and they're very nice feel. You are going to be very happy with the component quality on this.
Okay, you can stop rubbing in.
And it has art by Andrew Bosley.
Yeah? I was going to say that.
That was more for Kitty, for the unconscious minds.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my memory does not extend to names. So.
Yeah, it's been a little bit more of a focus here lately, just because I see all these beautiful games and I want to know who they're by, who's doing all this amazing artwork.
All right, you're up
okay.
next.
So my number 4 is based on the life of Fernando Pessoa, a Portuguese poet. So it's Pessoa. It's a game of poetry where every character is a different persona of him, or what they're called. They're a heteronomes. So we have the 4 famous heteronomes that Pessoa does, and you're going around doing stuff, and there's rules about being in the same places at the same time. But
that's
so different. I love that.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And hand management, worker placement. Yes, please.
Love those words.
Yeah.
Yepers.
Kitty.
So my number 3 mechanically kind of falls in line with that. And it is a game that we've been briefly obsessed with on, console. And it's Frostpunk, the board game.
Ah, yes.
So again, steampunk love. Loved the video game. Love kind of getting to play God over a big city. Love everything about it. And I'm really excited for it.
And the graphics are very much graphics until we play the video game. But the art style is very much like graphic novel-y, kind of gritty, really cool, steampunkish, like you said. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, this is one that I really wanted to back on Kickstarter, but the price was just...
Yeah, I missed the Kickstarter.
Steep.
I'm very interested in it, though. I hadn't played the video game at the time.
I was going to say we hadn't.
So we weren't as familiar with it, but I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. So now that we've played the video game, we're obsessed with it.
I feel like we
now
partially
you want more
because of looking up the board game, so it's full circle.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Okay, our number 3 is a big chunky one. Artisans of Splendent Vale.
Yes. Oh, so pretty.
Co-op adventure game. I mean, it might as well be called Artisans of Diversity Vale. I'm so excited about that. I mean, even if gameplay had been... First of all, we're all addicted to co-op games. We love co-op. But it's just... The diversity and the artwork is incredible. It's actually legitimately completely diverse. Different shapes, sizes, colors, ages, the whole thing. So very excited about it. And it's an adventure exploration game. It's got a flip book reminiscent of Gloomhaven, but cheery and colorful.
Even though I almost cried when you showed it to me because of the diversity, ironically. But
right?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, so it's the cheery Gloomhaven.
The game is just amazing, beautiful, LGBT friendly, and just a story driven game. Really looking forward to it.
And the artwork is just sublime. I'm so excited.
Okay, so now we will find out why we had to do our picks at the very beginning for the bonus picks.
Okay.
Because my number 3 was Kitty's bonus pick. the Shadow Planet.
Ah, yes.
So, yeah, we talked a lot about this, but a science fiction board game of paranoia, horror, and strategy. Save humanity or save yourself.
Ooh.
Yes. And, of course, I love Whitechapel. Noticed the designer was the same, and I was like, ooh, this is awesome. They haven't done anything for a while.
And I know we're going to love it.
Yeah, deck building, hidden roles, yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a cool combination of, mechanics, too, to have together.
Yeah, two of our absolute favorites together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
When is that? Like end of the year, fourth quarter? Because I haven't.
Don't know. I know I have pre-ordered this now. Like I've gotten it retroactively, but it was after I made my list.
Well, a follow-up surprise, I have also pre-ordered it. Just helped me with that.
Yeah.
Is this like your birthday episode?
It must be. It must be.
I feel like I came to Christmas and I didn't have anybody.
Yeah, where's our games, Kitty?
Yeah. Heck, Kitty, jeez. Don't you reach over there and grab one of my games and hand to me.
Well, I mean, I was going to grab a BlizzTech. That would be, I don't know, better or worse.
Actually, I do need some.
You do need some.
Okay, so my number 2.
Wait, we're going to start with Kitty's number 2.
Mine's next.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm glad you're extremely excited about yours.
Yeah, I'm glad you are too.
So,
I'm more excited about mine than hers. So,
wow.
What is yours?
Oh, I have a feeling you're going to be very excited for my number 2. So my number 2 is I don't know. I think it's a game we're all like literally waiting with bated breath for. Honestly,
Maybe.
I literally think this, could be everybody's number 1, possibly.
Ooh.
That
Gloomhaven kicker.
It is. I mean, I don't want to get in trouble for that again. It is my father's work.
Well, that's not at number. Oh,
it was so close to being number 1. Just a very specific game.
I'm just gonna not give away what my number 1 is. Just carry on.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this could be everybody's number 1, like on this call. Like, it's so epic.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Everything about it. Like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what else to say. Just look at it.
I know, it looks amazing. I really am interested in the different years, like different generations that you go through. So, and Renegade games. So,
Obviously.
Always good. Yeah, always good.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait.
I have nothing to say about it.
Right? It's just go look at it. Look it up.
Well, my number 2 is also a big chunky box like that one and the last one I just picked. So we're definitely going to have to get a new shelf in here.
Maybe.
Is Beasts.
Yes. Oh, this is so pretty.
It is.
Just stunning. Again, 1v all or hidden movement and big monsters, beautiful artwork. I don't know how else to sell it.
It looks amazing. I did miss the Kickstarter, but when I was looking through the 2022, I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks amazing. And I went back and I late pledged for it. So it's not on my list because I technically bought it already.
Well, that's good because we would force you to play it. So I'm glad you got it.
Oh, it looks so good. Like, oh, cannot wait. Like, I want to play all of these today. So we're going to be doing a gaming marathon for games we don't even have.
I just think there was not that there isn't always, but I just feel like the last couple years of everything everyone went through, I think designing and ideas really exploded when everyone had all this time to themselves in quarantine, and there just seems the ideas and stuff that seem to be produced over the last 2 years. I'm so excited.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of really awesome.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But mine is actually one that was a Kickstarter from a few years ago that is just now fulfilling, that we did not back because we didn't know about it.
Uh-oh.
And it's one that I will have to probably get secondhand.
Uh-oh.
So, but it's Arceus.
Oh, yeah, we didn't know about that. I remember us kicking ourselves and looking for it.
Yeah, like I looked hard for, like I reached out to the publisher, reached out to people on Board Game Geek to see if they, wanted to sell their pledge to me because it's going to be fulfilling soon. But yeah, just Steampunk Egypt.
Oh
my goodness.
Story-driven cooperative campaign. Oh. Yeah, so this is one that I'm very, very highly anticipating, and I don't know if I'll be able to get it.
Honestly, I feel like out of all the excuse me, all the pledges I have missed, they've all been like Egyptian themed. I missed Ankh, I missed this, I missed that reprint of that other one.
Egizia? Or no, not that one.
I had to get all of those after the fact. Like,
well, you're still waiting on Ankh.
Yes.
We are.
Which
but we got an update on that today. So
bring us home, Kitty.
Okay, so my number one is literally the only game that could surpass my father's work for me, probably. It was a game that I honestly thought that I had backed like 3 or 4 years ago, and then I looked at it and it was February 2020. And so I'm like, okay, that just shows how long these couple years have been.
No kidding.
Is Vampire the Masquerade Chapters. So, really big box. And again, Lizzy, you know me better than I know myself with the vampire theme earlier, obviously. So,
of course.
You can say I so. It is literally tons of different mechanics that I would want in a game. There's literally even dialogue trees for like some of your choices. And it's supposed to come out like super late 2022.
Wow, they got backlogs, didn't they?
They did, but they've been sending out updates, etc. And it looks really, really epic, kind of like a mix of like a Gloomhaven and a Tales of Arabian Nights. They wanted to figure out a way to make an RPG in a box, like a tabletop RPG fully, 100%. So I'm just 100% sold, and I really can't wait.
That's going to be a real chunky box amidst the other RPGs that are like this big.
Yeah, I was like, that looks like a huge box. Like, that looks like an entire calyx square.
Yeah, there's tons of minis and everything, too. So, yep.
Okay, I'm excited.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Okay, well, to no one's surprise, my number one is my father's work.
What? I'm shocked.
Very, very excited. I just think it's going to be something that's so unique. It's really going to shake things up, and I'm always excited when ideas like this that feel so fresh come about, and it's such a cool theme. I am a huge horror lover, so that's like classic horror, Dracula, Frankenstein's Castle. It just feels so. I'm so excited. I can't even describe. I'm so excited.
Same. Like, I literally want it right now.
Yeah, like, it should be fulfilling soon, I thought. Wasn't it? Wasn't that the one that was coming out, like, within these next couple months?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be, like, May now. But when I do my estimates, I always, like, add a month or two to what it says on Kickstarter, just because of the state.
Yeah, mine is just whenever they tell us, hey, we're shipping it.
Yeah, then just add another month or two for our post office.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, you guys have to do
that. Our post office made it into the New York Times for the worst post office
in New York City.
Yeah, congratulations. But I want to talk about my number one. So, Kitty kind of spoiled it already. My number one is Unconscious Minds.
Oh.
Vincent Dutrait, Andrew Bosley artwork just brought me in, and it's by Fantasia Games, which they're the ones that have done Paleo America's North. That
that big Paleo American.
Yeah, the one that they're going to fill the. They've actually said that they're not going to send this to Kickstarter until they've fulfilled that campaign, which I just really love that they are doing that, because a lot of times you have overlap.
I can think of a very specific example of other Kickstarters who have not done that and how frustrating that can be.
Yeah. It's like, well, I want my game, but anyways, but worker placement, set collection, engine builder, program movement, buy Fantasia game with artists that I love.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That's going to be a winner, and that's going to be one of probably the top most beautiful boxes we have. Like, we're suckers for that.
That's going to be full display.
That art is incredible. So.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing list!
Yes. There were so many good ones. Like, it was.
And there's so many more. Like, I had to be ruthless and cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lizzy knows, and she was our, lovely, graphic person. I must have had like 40 or 50 on my short list because I just sent her the whole list.
Yeah, which is why I knew what you didn't even have on your radar.
Exactly. So it helped out. But there's so many good games this year.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic year.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Through my list of ones that didn't make the cut, and I'm sad.
Well, maybe you and Kitty could do an 11 through 20.
I think we probably could.
Yeah, a companion video.
Yeah. Well, thank you for hanging around and hearing us bemoan the fact that we have to spend more money on games.
And that we have to wait more time for more games.
The addiction we've chosen. We're going to have to do like our top 10 like cheap games that we're obsessed with.
Yeah, affordable.
These big heavy games we've chosen.
We hope you had fun, and until next time, just remember to have fun. And be present.
Be present. Unlike that.
And be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.